You know, as I embark full-time into social economics meaning a society striving together, unleashing their dreams on the marketplace, and fulfilling their dreams. And those dreams become our factories. They become our commercial systems. They become our markets. They become the fulfillment of our consumption. Zimbabwe and Africa have a serious problem. The major problem is not so much today the foreign master planning and foreign interference and the rogue, impotent leadership, but the very basis of our intellectual mental construction as Africans, starting from Mugabe himself, the President Mugabe himself in Zimbabwe, and most of all the other individuals. Our problem is starting with the ego, with the self. You know, the problem with the self is that it's conscious only of itself, and it radiates consciousness into the world, but does not self-reflect. A reflective consciousness turns back and reflects upon the encapsulated self, in other words, the connected self, the co-joined self with the society, with the community. In other words, it sends waves that in turn become magnetic and attract the power within the other members of the community. In other words, it absorbs and dissolves itself within the community and it becomes one. Then there's this oceanic consciousness. It destroys this self boundaries into a connectedness with other systems and entities within the community to become powerful. Then it has this continuous global flow of consciousness. In other words, where each person is a living system, there's a divine or scientific connectedness of the waves that we radiate within the community. And in turn, as each one radiates and we all dissolve ourselves into each other, into our empowerment, we engage energy that can drive us and push us into a free thinking process where we become creative and innovative, because we are standing in the divine foundation that is designed for the progress or for the good of all humanity, of all of us. We are living systems. As long as we are independent and we are egoistic, we don't have this cultural ossification of consciousness within our society. In other words, there is not this strong bond of each individual, each Zimbabwean, each African having this string of connectivity of the self as the identity as one. That the other, I am he, I am she is I, he is I, we are one. Our physical expressions are nothing but a function of utility. In other words, God created each person to be useful and to have that identity